One second. All right, you ready to go?
We'll restart beginning the bridge over to Facebook, and it will be on my mark.
Mm-hmm. Tell me when we're ready.
And Mark, you are live.
Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, friends, brothers and sisters, urban leaguers, and just folk from all over the nation and perhaps the world. Thank you for joining me on ReMarcs Live. Today is Thursday. It is April 8th, 2021. I want to cover a few things this morning as we continue to confront the difficult challenges of this pandemic. Let me ask you, have you been vaccinated? I got my second shot last Wednesday. A great deal of thanks to Reverend David Jefferson and the congregation at the Metropolitan Baptist Church and many others who are administering vaccines at a community-based site in Newark, New Jersey. I want to thank them for that. That was about a week ago. I expect I've got another week and then I can be free at last or feel much safer, but I will continue to mask up because this is what public health officials suggest. But I encourage, as I've encouraged states and cities and the federal government and FEMA and CDC and others to make sure that there are many community-based vaccination sites. But I want to encourage people to be vaccinated. I want to encourage them to get the information they need to overcome any hesitancy, any concerns that they indeed may have. And many people are responding. Vaccinations are up to some 3 million per day. On April 19th, it has been announced that everyone will be eligible. There'll be enough doses. And we certainly want to encourage people in the community to get vaccinated. It is our best weapon. It is our best weapon. No weapon is perfect, but it is our best weapon to get beyond COVID-19 and this indelible and incredible and wicked pandemic, which has taken the lives of more than 500,000 people in this country and millions across the globe. So I wanted to make sure and emphasize that we're doing work, Urban League affiliates, and thank you for Urban League affiliates all across the nation, certainly for the work that you are doing on the front lines in testing, vaccinations, helping small businesses try to survive and helping people try to survive this pandemic. The American Rescue Plan passed by the president with stimulus checks, enhanced unemployment, and many additional opportunities will help our community. We've got to work hard to take advantage of the opportunities for our community-based groups. There'll be money for cities. Many cities are already receiving money, well deserved, much needed, and long overdue, but finally that money is coming. I want to offer my thanks to Tashara Jones, the mayor-elect of the great city of St. Louis, who prevailed on Tuesday, 52-48 over her opponent. She's a longtime friend and supporter of the Greater Metropolitan St. Louis Urban League and our leader there, Michael McMillan. We look forward to working with her. We certainly believe that she is a strong leader and the change that St. Louis needs, the confrontation of race in St. Louis, the economic disparities of St. Louis need a strong, woke leader who's not going to be fearful to confront it and force people to confront inconvenient and sometimes uncomfortable truth. Mayor-elect Jones, congratulations on a great victory. Let me turn very quickly to Washington, D.C. and the confirmation hearings upcoming for Vanita Gupta and Kristen Clark. I've talked about them prior. Let me just say Vanita Gupta has been nominated for the Associate Attorney General's post. That's the number 3 position at the United States Department of Justice. Kristen Clark has been nominated to lead the Civil Rights Division. The Civil Rights Division was created in 1957 by an act of Congress and is the chief civil rights enforcer. Let me tell you, both of these lawyers, both of them are brilliant, both of them are passionate, both of them are committed, both of them have the highest standards of integrity. I have worked with them, I've seen them in action. You and I and every American will be proud to have them serving at the Justice Department to clean up the proverbial mess that's left the politicization of the Justice Department, get back to the basics of enforcing the laws across the board with dignity, with compassion, and indeed with reason. Now, these two women have faced a smear campaign by right-wing groups. It's dishonest, yes, sexist, yes, racist. And it's intended to derail their confirmation. Why? Because some don't want effective enforcement of voting rights laws, hate crimes laws, do not want the strong civil rights enforcement mechanism to indeed be in place. Vanita Gupta has been endorsed by law enforcement organizations and civil rights organizations. She's got a broad base of support. And she had a prior stint working in the Obama Justice Department as the acting assistant attorney general for civil rights. She did an outstanding job. She was reasoned, she was grounded in respect and understanding. That's why she's got broad-based support. Ditto for Kristen Clark. She's worked at the Justice Department. She worked at the Legal Defense Fund. She's worked for the state of New York. She's led the Lawyers Committee for Civil Rights under law. There has not been a more qualified and prepared nominee for the Assistant Attorney General's position at the Justice Department than Kristen Clark. We're going to work and we're going to fight to ensure that they are confirmed, but importantly, that they are fairly treated at these hearings. They've been subjected to a dark money voter suppression group's advertising campaign. The Washington Post called the advertising campaign directed against them notable for the magnitude of the lies and distortions crammed into a 30-second spot. Vanita and Kristen, we're behind you. We know you will be confirmed. We know you will be honest and effective public officials. Before we close today, I certainly want to spend a few minutes talking to you about Georgia. Georgia, regrettably and unfortunately, is leading the way when it comes to voter suppression. But Georgia's ground zero for our resistance movement. Our resistance in the name of democracy, in the name of voting rights. We're standing on the shoulders of many, many great Americans in Georgia, John Lewis and Martin Luther King. We're also standing on the shoulders of the late Chief Justice Earl Warren and the late President Lyndon Baines Johnson, who on their watch as Chief Justice and President worked to expand voting rights. And we're standing on the shoulders of all of those who were in Selma or who have fought over the years to ensure that the right to vote was not restricted, not suppressed. What's happening in Georgia is Jim Crow 2.0, or as I call it, Jimmy Crow, the grandson of Jim Crow, who's reared his ugly head. There have been efforts now by the right to say, well, the Georgia law expands voting rights. Look at it in total. How can you have a provision so ridiculous that says you can't give a bottle of water to someone standing in line at a polling place, even if they're dehydrated and they've been standing in line a long time? How absurd is this law? How wicked and hateful is this law? How suppressive is this law? I say to the governor of Georgia, the state legislature in Georgia, repeal voter suppression and repeal it now. Major League Baseball did the right thing by standing up to voter suppression. We believe other American businesses should stand up. This is about democracy, but it's also about ensuring that race-based legislation does not poison this nation any further, does not infect the body politic. So Georgia, Georgia, Georgia. Keep up with the National Urban League's website at www.nul.org. Follow us on Twitter as we continue this conversation about what you can do. Speak out, speak up. Let's speak out and speak up against not only Georgia, but now 47 states. We see now in 47 additional states, legislation being introduced to suppress the vote. This is a new front in a new battle. I'm calling you to proverbial arms, nonviolent tactics, intelligent ways, but we must fight to stop voter suppression and to protect American democracy. So I'm Mark Morial. I want to thank you for joining me today for ReMarcs Live. Once again, it's April 8th, 2021. We'll see you again next week. Continue to be aware, continue to be woke, wear that mask, follow social distancing guidelines. Very important. We want to stay safe and we want to stay healthy. Keep the faith. I'll see you soon. Mark Morial, once again, at Mark Morial, at Nat Urban League. Join in the conversation. Be a part of it on an ongoing basis. Have a great day. Have a great week. We'll see you next Tuesday. Thank you.